discussion about basketball. It was very funny. And then Sandman pretended to hold an invisible basketball.
Well, we're ready.
And they played invisible one-on-one. And my son broke the Sandman's ankles, as the kids say. And he's like, oh shit, he's gonna be in the NBA, this one. Very fun. That's a good cage for like a couple high flyers to be in.
Devon Storm on his way to the ring, what perhaps will be the biggest match of his life.
Definitely adds, absolutely.
The homicidal, suicidal, genocidal maniac, his challenger. And this 15-foot high steel cage match.
Just name drop Corey Williams, it stops all the problems.
At Revolution last month, they threw everything they had at each other.
He does. He's actually sleeping on it right now, Jonathan. That Will Ospreay pillowcase. Yes, indeed. Having some elevated dreams, they might say. He loves it. People don't give Devon Storm credit for being a big fucking dude. Huge. Sabu. Yeah, it's a shame Crowbar and Canyon never got the team. There's a match of theirs. They wrestled each other at a worldwide taping in Orlando, and it's infamous for Devon almost breaking his own neck a couple times in it.
This Bombay maniac inside the confines of a 15-foot high steel cage. Devon Storm.
Crowbar, I think 6'1", 6'2".
What is Sabu always pointing at?
Fans on their feet here. Cage match. Now, here are the rules for this. Pay close attention, folks. It's not about getting out of the cage. It's about using the cage. However you can get a pinfall, whether it's in the ring, whether it's outside the ring, whether it's out the parking lot, a pinfall is all it matters. 1, 2, 3, and
so we were putting up a cage, but it's false cut anywhere? What?
More as a weapon than anything else.
That's the dumbest fucking stipulation.
What is going to be a crazy match.
I'm sure Sabu was like, I want to jump off this thing. They're like, fine, it's false cut anywhere, who cares?
Well, the cage certainly is
Air Paris is dope. I like Air Paris.
As both these men.
Yeah, cage is meaningless. It's just there to jump off of. That's right, Devon Storm was on that show at the American Dream Mall, Scotland.
But Devon Storm and Sabu.
Should have asked him to pop your back.
Taking place inside the cage here for the World Wrestling All-Stars. Last month at the Revolution, these two were absolutely phenomenal.
Hell in the Cell is false cut anywhere, but there's also space outside the ring to wrestle in. So, like, it kind of makes sense. This doesn't.
And all the referee can do is count to 3. 1, 2.
The cage is just there to make fans go, what's happening? Oh, I can't see. There's fence in my way. Of course, Devon. I like Devon Storm, but I've always understood that he is a rep for just like wanting to do all the moves. I don't think they did wrestle in ECW. I know Taz wrestled Devon Storm because after the match he shit on him. He's like, this fucking guy over here does all Sabu's moves on the indies. Fuck him. And then he was so mad that when they did when they re-aired the ECW TV on the on-demand service like 10 years later, Taz and Joey Styles did like wraparounds hosting it. And Taz in 2006, 2007, like, this fucking Devon Storm, he sucks, he stole all Sabu's moves, he's a piece of shit, I don't like him. Alright, night, Etzel Mask, glad to have you. I hope to see you in the future. Exactly, Rudrick, everybody stole Sabu's moves.
And Devon Storm,
everybody
come up with a new way to use that cage as a weapon. Right into the back, and certainly that's got to fatigue Sabu. That's got to set in some serious pain.
Well, Devon Storm, I understand, prepared for this
match. I love Taz. I think Taz is one of the funniest people in wrestling, both intentionally and otherwise.
Oh!
God, I could not imagine working with that guy.
A drop kick to the back sends Sabu right into that steel cage.
Like, even now I hear stories every now and again from friends that he works, friends of mine that he works with. It's like, he's still like that?
Sabu, look at this. He's bleeding profusely.
steel cage can be used as a weapon, and so often is.
See, Devon Storm's making a mistake
Like,
here. He should go for the open wound right now.
It was TMDK did like a trios match on Collision last year, and they were all wearing the orange, right? And he makes jokes about it on commentary. And then I was texting with a friend of mine there the next day, and they're like, yeah, he yelled at them after the show. Like, why are you wearing my fucking color?
Psychological, too. Put you at a huge psychological disadvantage.
Wow. Sabu bleeding profusely.
But I have a feeling he almost enjoys it.
But why would he enjoy that? I think he would enjoy the other guy was bleeding more than him bleeding.
Well, for both of these men to compete the way they do, it's not really about.
I gotta say,
more psychological than anything.
they've really done nothing so far.
Since competing against one another is absolutely unbelievable. Devon Storm catches Sabu.
I believe he did get mad at Brian Sane, yeah. He got really mad at Jordan Grace, too.
Great recovery. Oh, face full of blood there.
I call it, okay, so my son Noli and I have a game. We play around the house. When one of us is not paying attention, and we can catch the other one, we grab a pillow and we throw it at the other one's face, and we yell, Sabu! So we Sabu it around the house.
And that was from hitting
yeah, dude, nobody can steal our gimmicks now. I see anybody wearing green. Wrestler's court.
And there is a lot of blood in the ring right now. Sabu sinks in a chin lock.
Oh, what's he doing?
Puts a chin lock in now.
Crowbar is safe worker. I don't know. I've never wrestled him. I've never heard him with. Oh my god, he's got a spike.
Oh my god.
That is absolutely disgusting. Please do not get a close up.
Random spike. Oh, Sabu is bleeding buckets.
He learned this from his uncle, the Sheik. The original Sheik taught him this.
Devon Storm, can you believe that Sabu has resorted to that? Completely illegal and absolutely
Sabu is bleeding all over his fucking body.
Takes the initiative there.
Jordan Grace did like a tribute to Taz. Like, she took a picture like wearing a towel over her head. And he went off on her on Twitter, like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, it's a clear tribute. And he's like, don't steal my gimmick.
Both these individuals
and like, I guess he like called her and like they had it out. I guess they're cool now, but
he has no regard for Devon Storm because he took a steel pipe and jabbed him in the head with it repeatedly. Tried to stab him to death.
Exactly. I love how Brian Christopher and the Cat and Stevie Ray all saw this show and they're like, we're gonna do our indie match. And Sabu is like,
here comes a steel chair.
I did do a short on Ashley Hudson as Ozzy. Oh gosh. The storyline that Russo just straight up jacked from Friends. And it all got ditched because they forgot that Daphne had put in to get a couple weeks off to get married to the dude from Fozzy. And it just happened to coincide with the Australian tour where Ashley Hudson was gonna like make his big like in-ring debut. And they're just like, fuck, we can't do it. Ugh. Yeah, Taz apologized later that day, but like he had no point going off. Yeah, good on the ref. I was gonna pick on him for having the shirt up, but he tucked it back in.
You hate to turn away, but you can't help it.
I love it. What are they gonna do now?
Into the corner now. Here comes Devon Storm. Here comes Sabu. Blocks it. Sabu with a right hand. And again.
Sabu, I will say, does not get nearly enough credit. I think he's got some good punches.
And the blood is flowing on Devon Storm.
But he never gets credit because he does like 97 crazy things a match.
Here's a roll up. Here's a cover. 1, 2.
That's right, Gypsy Joe did beat the shit out of Taz. Gypsy Joe rules. He's
great counter by Sabu. Very clever maneuver.
Here's a cover. 1, 2. And not
the longevity that man had.
We've seen Devon Storm before on WWA pay-per-views. We saw him destroy Norman Smiley. We saw him take
Sabu. Sabu. And the chair like did like a little trick off his head.
At the Revolution pay-per-view. While Devon Storm may have won the battle, Sabu has won
I
the
should
war.
do why Gypsy Joe rules.
And looks to be finishing that war here tonight against Devon Storm inside
That's a
the
dude
steel
that was
cage for the
everywhere.
World Wrestling All-Stars. This is what it's all about.
I mean, he had the
This is
time to be
Eruption.
everywhere. He
And Sabu
wrestled
and
for
Devon
like
Storm.
a century.
Down to the ropes, rather. Table, or rather a
That's
chair.
cool. I wouldn't have thought to do that. That's pretty sweet.
And that's the thing I was going to mention. The table, the
Jeremy, this is a hard match. to
New Jack
call.
can roll in his grave all
I've
he
never seen
wants.
nothing like this before. Some
one,
of the stuff they're doing in there.
two. I mentioned it earlier. Sabu is really the inventor, the man who brought a table.
Yeah, New
into the
Jack
ring
hit
first. He was the
Gypsy
very
Joe as
first one
hard
to
as
do
he
it,
fucking
certainly
could in the
over
head
football.
with a
Since
baseball
then,
bat, and Joe
people
just
have made
stood there.
virtual careers out of it. Arabian facebuster to Devon
Yeah,
Storm.
Gypsy Joe was in the GWF, El Grande Pistolero.
Companies, I imagine, too.
Yeah.
It's Sabu now. Can you believe it? The fatigue that has set in, and Sabu is going for a move like
See
this
Joe,
to
oh
the
my
top
god,
of
I
the
see it.
cage.
He does look like Yoda. Oh, I'll never be able to unsee that, Brian. Oh,
From the top of
that's
the
insane that Sabu's like, you know what, this match is kind of slow. I'm just going to climb to the top real quick and do a moonsault.
I don't believe it.
Like, even Kurt Angle, when he did that one where he got hurt really bad, it was like, that was like a big climax of the match. Or a big moment that they replayed for years and years.
And how quickly he climbed to the top of that cage.
Like an
It-
animal.
There's-
When you put an animal inside
Sabu was
the
like,
cage,
that's a random spot.
two animals going at it, just bleeding profusely.
Gypsy Joe and Abe
Devon
Lincoln.
Storm now has him up.
Yeah, look at athletically, that was really impressive that he just popped up there.
And while Devon
It
Storm
was just very funny. That was a random ass spot.
It's going to take more than that. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's going to take more than that to beat Sabu.
Did anybody tell these guys it was false cut anywhere?
Devon Storm now climbing to the
Wait a minute.
top rope. Devon
At least
Storm now climbing
Devon's
to the
kind
top
of building
the
some
cage.
drama here. Oh, he's going out of the cage.
Climbing out of the cage now. This is not a victory. It's got to be a pinfall.
Jeremy Borash is like, this match does not make sense. Hey, Cap, I keep mispronouncing your name. Captain Cannibalism.
Apparently, well, I guess I stand
He needs
corrected.
more
The game
fencing.
plan
He's been inside a 15-foot high steel cage for the last 10 minutes. He's like, I need more fencing.
The cage has been locked, but Devon
What is the
Storm has
fucking
gotten
point of the
key and he's
cage?
opening the cage now.
And like, yeah, I have the keys.
Just been drop kicked.
My wife just chimed in that her favorite coffee truck is called Gypsy Joe's. I really hope that is not owned by the wrestler. Oh shit, that was sweet.
Hurling himself
Again,
over
makes
the
no
top
sense
rope
for
to the
this for a
floor
cage match.
through the cage door. The innovation never ceases to
Wait a
amaze me.
minute. What's he looking for now?
Devon Storm on the floor. You see
That's a
him
shame that they didn't get to fight again. Jack and Joe. I mean, WWF kind of killed it off, but I mean, this is just shitting all over.
as a table set up now,
Like, what is the point of the cage?
and during that time is given.
I mean, these
Devon Storm
guys
a
are
chance to
busting
recover
their
slightly.
asses. Giving them all the credit in the world, just the stipulation makes no damn sense.
3 right hands by Devon Storm.
Oh,
And Sabu meets him with a right hand of his own. Sabu now takes Devon Storm. Trying to whip him into the cage, but blocked
Oh,
by
gosh.
Devon Storm. What is this?
oh,
Right across the protective barrier at
God, you can
ringside.
break a rib.
They're
Absolutely
fighting
unbelievable. Devon-
almost into the crowd in this cage match.
Unbelievable.
Devon Storm now
Oh, shit.
setting Sabu up. That protective barrier at ringside.
Sabu is
sweeps across
not
the
healthier
chairs,
post-career
rather
than
the
most
stairs.
wrestlers, TK. He is not.
What is this?
He is
High vertical
not
suplex.
doing well. Oh, God. Oh! I think it was worse that it fell on him.
Good God.
And the crowd in Melbourne on
This
their
is
feet
up there for
for Sabu.
dumbest
And
gimmick
Devon
match. Again,
Storm for the
I'm not
World
shitting
Wrestling
on the
All-Stars
guys. They're
Eruption.
trying hard. They're doing
Look at
cool
Devon Storm
stuff. I like the match. It's
Going
just,
for another
it makes no
table. Sabu
sense.
is actually tied up in that protective barrier at
Is he
ringside.
stuck?
Gypsy Joe's Coffee, Abby's Soul Food, wrapped with a wild night at dancing at WWE New York. Sounds like a recipe for a wild night, says Ghost of
What is
Prentice.
he doing?
Also, a lot
Devon
of
Storm
poop.
now deep under the ring.
So many shits.
Another table. We have 3 tables at ringside now.
I don't know what Devon Storm has in store.
Oh, they're gonna do
for
something
Sabu
real
or what he's
stupid here. I
trying to
love
do
it.
here.
I love it.
But
I
if
say
history is
lovingly.
any indication, when it's pay-per-view, when it's Devon Storm.
I cannot get over
that
that they're like, the cage is not enough fencing. We need more fencing.
Incredible punishment.
The barriers are what's
A
over.
match like this. And I'm tough. Legitimately tough.
You think so?
Yes.
It's Sabu and Devon Storm now. Devon Storm is doing something at ringside while Sabu.
I love that commentary. Devon Storm's doing something.
I mean, I
Oh
don't
God.
think the fans can truly comprehend
Oh
the amount of
no.
pain these guys go through out there.
Devon Storm
This
now
crowd's
setting
been
up a
dead
table
this whole
on top
show.
of a table. Has to roll underneath the table to get
Like
at Sabu
AJ and
now.
Jerry Lynn barely got them.
Oh, DDT on the
DDT.
floor.
And Devon Storm now sizing up Sabu.
Oh gosh.
Here we go,
Oh
it's gonna
no.
drop.
Oh
wait,
gosh.
I stand corrected.
Double tables.
I stand corrected.
I'm always
Sabu
weird
now
about because like it
breathing in
looks
pain.
cool when you do it right. But okay, that was a good Sabu. He Sabu'd Sabu very well.
Devon Storm
But half the time the top table just
back
tips
into the
over.
ring. Devon Storm now.
His tables don't balance very well on top of each other. Get some blankets, you got yourself a pillow for it.
Sabu is draped across the
I
ring at ringside.
don't know if Devon Storm ever worked in Japan. Sabu was in Japan so much.
Devon Storm now.
Oh my gosh. I've never seen a double table spot look better. That was incredible. Like, those tables could not have broken better. One of the best tables in wrestling history. This was not a multi-episode taping, Gangrel.
Are you
Devon
kidding?
Storm
Yeah, that looked fantastic.
has thrown everything they
Like,
can at one another.
mwah.
Referees now
Best
checking.
tables in wrestling
Make sure
history,
both men
perhaps.
okay. Calling down the referees. Make sure both men obviously got to be hurt.
Obviously.
And if this is the way the match has to end, so be it.
Also, I'm a big fan of
Referees
out
now.
Sabuing Sabu with the tables.
All right.
Okay,
The
we get
second.
word from the back.
Yep.
From the back, the commissioner is saying that there must be a winner, and it's set a second.
Like, I've seen
down the
so many
ringside.
indie double table
Both men
spots
have
where
to continue.
the
Sabu
you make contact and the top one just
has
falls
ruled,
over
or
and the
rather,
bottom one barely
Submission
gets
has
touched.
ruled that this match will continue. Has to be a
But it was like
pinfall.
shocking
No matter how much
that
blood,
both those tables
no matter how
broke
many
like
tables,
that.
no matter how much violence we witness here tonight, we must get a winner in this cage match.
Another table!
And it's Sabu now.
What is
Back
he
when
doing now?
tables weren't
Setting up
like
a table of his own.
$200 or whatever they are now. Why wasn't that the ending? I don't know, it's false cut anywhere.
Oh,
They could have ended it there.
smart move by Storm.
But more likely it's just that Devon wanted
Storm
to jump
now
off
on
the
outside
cage,
of the ring.
but they didn't
As a
want
table
to
has been
have
set
him
up.
win.
Devon Storm now climbing back into the ring.
So
Sabu.
they had to.
Coming.
Like, those tables broke too perfectly for them not to be given.
Here comes a chair from Devon Storm. Oh! And a chair from Devon Storm.
Oh!
Again to the bloody Sabu.
Hey, hello David. Thank you so much for becoming a Max Thrasher member. Oh my gosh. David becomes a member over on YouTube of the Weirdo Empire, and we get fire. That's the reward. From now on, you join my Weirdo Empire, somebody gets set on fire.
A relative of Sabu and
I think you're right, Brian.
burnt flesh.
Yeah, the high incident table spot is the best of all time.
A fireball thrown in the face.
But that one has to be like number 2.
Devon
That was
Storm
so
by
perfect.
Sabu.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna do the triple jump moonsault. Oh my,
And what is this?
that's insane.
Sabu
No way. Okay.
to the top.
Oh, okay, that one wasn't gimmicked.
Moonsault. No.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna do it again.
One was enough. Sabu, don't do it again. One was enough to Devon Storm
Oh, he's gonna do the leg drop.
from the top of the cage.
Oh!
Oh, my God almighty.
1, 2, 3.
Okay,
Thank God.
that was good. Again, the gimmick made no fucking sense.
Thank God this is over.
Like, the weirdest cage tips in history. But boy, if those guys did not bust their asses. Again, on this show, where fucking Chucky Chaos and Brian Christopher.
Organization anywhere in the world, you will see a more violent matchup than we
Exactly.
just saw right
That's
now.
the Devon Storm thing on these shows. Him and Norman Smiley on the first one had a really good match. Like him and Sabu on the last show, they went too long. Otherwise, it would have probably been the best match on that show. That one was fucking awesome.
Devon Storm now trying to get to his feet, but both men.
Sabu's like, I need to do another spot.
This matchup. In a match that saw everything from dives from the top of the steel cage to fireballs to chairs.
And he celebrated.
Like if they would have just said,
And a match that can only
listen, these guys just wanted something high to jump off of, and we can't risk the set, and just been honest about it.
Look at the man.
Like, yeah, you know what? That makes sense.
He's bleeding. The other man is hurt. I mean, Jeremy, this is incredible. Incredible violence.
That's the fun in Sabu, is he'll always do something random like that, like just jump on part of a broken table to make it perfect.
And much to the delight of the fans here in Melbourne, a steel cage match like never before.
Also, that
on this continent, and
the side of the cage closest to the ramp is falling over. Like it is barely holding on.
For the World Wrestling All-Stars. A very evenly matched.
And Sabu walks into a volcano.
You know, sick. It's sick violence. I mean, that's what we saw. I mean,
You think Sabu asked, "Hey, can I jump off the volcano?"
I mean, somebody's going to get hurt one of these days doing one of these matches, and we almost saw it here tonight.
Well,
I mean, the high risk.
What size ring is this? Oh gosh.
Incredible high risk maneuver.
that's what it's all about.